Alright, hey everybody. It is April 1st. This is not an April Fool's Day video, but the new taxes hit the California area today. So if you're a cigarette smoker, you'll be paying a couple dollars more per pack. And within the coming days, if you're to go into your local vape shop, your favorite juice might be a few dollars more. So I'm going to kind of go over that with you guys really fast. I just got this email from the Drip Club. And the Drip Club sent me this email called Prop 56 Made Simple. So the Board of Equalization is the board that people like me, a retailer, I own a shop called Vapor 93, we have to go there and we have to report our taxes and we got to pay taxes, and it's a quarterly thing. But the BOE has made e-liquid with nicotine in it. They're taxing that 27.3%, I believe was the number. So that doesn't fall onto you guys that come into my shop to buy the liquid. You're not paying the tax, but essentially in a way you are, because I'm going to be paying the tax up front because I own a shop and I need to get liquids in my shop. So now what happens is, if I go and order your favorite liquid, right now maybe you're paying 20 bucks for that liquid. When I make my next reorder from that liquid company, they're going to charge me a tax. So if I owe them 100 bucks plus 27.3% is going to be $127.30 instead of 100 bucks. So I'm going to have to pass that cost on to you guys.
Unfortunately.
Exactly, unfortunately. But of course, that doesn't happen until I have to reorder from them. But because I'm a small shop, I'm constantly making orders every few days. So I may have to pass on that tax sooner than other shops because I don't keep a huge quantity.
Yeah.
I just want to let you guys know, be very respectful and be very kind to your local shop that you shop with.
Yeah.
You know, we don't really want customers coming in and arguing about prices because it's not our fault. It's definitely not your fault. We hate that you have to pay a little more.
Yeah.
But basically, our juice costs for shops is going to go up 30%, and that is a lot.
Yeah.
And for little shops like mine that are already struggling, it's going to be a huge hit. So for other people who own shops and that don't really know what's going on, because a lot of shop owners I know, they still have no clue what's going on because no one is telling us what's going on. But today's April 1st, so here it is. Retailers and California Prop 56, what do I need to know? So who needs a license? Retailers need license, like me. All e-cigarette and e-liquid retailers in California need a license. Which license, they ask? A resale license, which, of course, if you own a shop, you already have one of those. But now you need a OTP license from the BOE, BOE.com. And that is going to be a OTP stands for Other Tobacco Products Retailer License. So we don't sell cigarettes, but we sell other tobacco products. How do you get that? You can apply online for both of those licenses at efile.boe.ca.gov/ereg/index.boe.
Yeah, and we'll put a full text.
I'm out of breath saying that one. What else? All right. Here's what I was explaining. A new tax needs to be paid. What tax, they ask? Because Prop 56 passed, all vapor products that contain nicotine are now subject to additional taxes. Now, I go through local suppliers. So say a guy I know has a warehouse and he carries some of the liquids I have in my shop. I'm going to start having to pay that guy 27.3% because he doesn't make the liquid. Now, if I go straight to the liquid manufacturer, say you guys like Lost Art, I'll call Lost Art and they say, hey, I need so many bottles. Because they manufacture and distribute it, my tax will be less getting it from them because the taxes work in a way to where they can do it cheaper because they're both manufacturing and distributing. So now that there's a little conundrum in there, because sometimes when you call these juice companies, you can't just order 4 or 5 bottles. And then they say, well, you have this minimum order. You have to at least spend $1,000 with us to get this liquid in your shop with that deducted tax rate. Well, I can't afford that. I only need 5 bottles for the week. So I call my local guy. He charges me 27-point-something%. And in the long run, for the little shops like mine, it's going to be really hard to compete with the big guys who can order the $1,000 order, because you can go down the street to the next shop and say, well, this shop is giving me this liquid for $12 while you're charging me $15 or $14, whatever. So again, don't get mad at your retailers for raising the prices where they're at. It's kind of a little conundrum and a sticky situation that the government is putting us through. So who pays the taxes? That's the next question on here. In most scenarios, the distributor pays them as a percentage of what they pay the manufacturer. That's a little bit of what I just talked about. What if my distributor did not pay the tax? So now that makes me, as the retailer, responsible for paying the tax as a percentage of what I paid. So basically, if I'm going to go to a distributor, wholesaler, they have to pay the tax first, and then I pay the tax to them, and then they give me this little receipt that says taxes have been paid. If you start getting receipts that say taxes haven't been paid, me as a retailer, I can get a lot of trouble for that, because then it's basically an untaxed product. And we have to be taxed now. Let's see. And it's confusing. Yeah. Here's another thing in this email. There are no loopholes. Can I purchase from a distributor that doesn't have a California distribution license? Since I'm in California, I thought about doing this myself. The answer is not unless I have a distribution license. I don't want to become a distributor, because then my taxes will be way higher. So, and then I'll need to pay the taxes on the price that I paid. So basically, I cannot buy from an outside California distributor. What if I buy from an out-of-state distributor, which is kind of the same thing? If a distributor out of state does not have a California license and they don't pay the taxes, I have to pay the tax as a retailer, a percentage of what I paid. And I would need a distributor's license again. So they're making us get other licenses just to get something out of state. So as a retailer in California, we can only buy in-state from in-state distributors that have that
California license.
That license, yeah. What happens if I have untaxed stuff in my inventory? If your inventory contains things purchased after April 1st, which is today, and contains nicotine, it can be seized and you can end up in some legal trouble. So that's why I'm kind of saying that I'm not going to start charging these couple extra bucks a bottle until I start ordering from these other companies, because I still have stock that I bought back in March. So until all of my March stuff is out of the shop, then I'm going to start charging a couple extra dollars per bottle, and that's probably going to start as soon as, like, I order on Monday. And today's Saturday. Yeah. That Monday order will probably come shipped in by Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday at my shop, you'll start to see some liquids have a higher price. Yeah. And I know a lot of retailers are out there saying, it's only going to be a couple dollars a bottle. That's not true. Once you get to the bigger bottles and the higher wholesale prices, that percentage jumps up. When it's at 27%, you might be paying, 120 mil that you might be getting for $50 might end up costing you $60. In a couple of days. Yeah. So it's not just going to be $1 or $2 or $3. It could be up to about $10. Yeah. So this is the last thing that this email is saying. But this can all be pretty painless if you get your licenses, buy products with the taxes already paid, and maintain purchase records. Now, when it says maintain purchase records, I haven't been maintaining my purchase records. It's a lot of paperwork. I just do my numbers, pay my taxes. I'm a good tax-paying American, and I do everything the legal way. But now, to make sure that I'm doing everything the legal way, the government wants me to keep every single piece of paper that comes in as a receipt for the next 4 years. Yep. So if you guys own a shop, start getting boxes where you can put 4 years worth of receipts and invoices in, and keep them all, because they want proof of where you got all this stuff. So that is it. There's not a floor tax. So like I said, as a customer, you're not coming in paying a tax, but you will be paying more money for the liquids in the coming days. That's it. Anything you want to add to this?
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is, what California has kind of come to. We did what we could as the vape community to try to stop Prop 56. Unfortunately, it did still pass. So this is kind of the aftermath of it. It's kind of unfortunate that we have reached this point. It's something that I'm definitely sad to see happen. Prices, of course, there are going to go up. But this is also kind of a calling out to all of you local people who go to your local shops and now see this and kind of freaking out a little bit and, oh my gosh, now I have to pay how much extra for juice? Oh, now I'm just going to go buy online. And, we're not going to stop you. You can choose to spend your money wherever you want to, but when you go into your local shops, you're helping them keep the community alive. It's helping keep what this tight-knit community is still going. And it's kind of a calling out to you guys and, be consistent with going to your local shops. I understand, money may be tight.
Shop local.
Yeah, shop local.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's really kind of what this kind of call comes down to, is shopping at your local shops, supporting them through this kind of rough area. And, maybe in the future this tax may be, repealed. Maybe maybe distributors will kind of lower their price. Manufacturers will lower their price.
That's what I think is going to come down to.
Adjust to it.
Yeah, it's going to come down to retailers and distributors meeting in the middle and basically, hey, if I'm getting something for a wholesale price, knowing that this tax is coming in, maybe my wholesale price will drop a few dollars, so I don't have to pass on a $5 or $6 to $10 push on to the product, where maybe you guys really are only paying $1 or $2 more, or maybe even nothing more. I know there's a few liquids in my shop where the price isn't going to change, but that is definitely not going to be the case for about 80% of the liquids. So,
just kind of a quick PSA for you guys. Nothing. This is not an April Fool's joke, unfortunately. I wish it was, but this is the current state that we're in. And if we leave you with anything with this video, it's just to keep on, supporting the vape community, support your local shops, and, hopefully if there's a time that we can get this bill and this tax repealed, then by all means let us all come out there and fight for this and, get the prices adjusted accordingly so we don't see this price jump.
Yeah. So as a customer, just keep doing what you're doing. Talk to your local legislators, talk to local government, send in your letters, do what you can if you guys want to keep vaping around. And of course, like Noah was saying, if you got to shop online and save that extra couple bucks, go for it. But even the online retailers, most of them are based out of California, they're going to be charging the extra couple of bucks too. Mm-hmm. So it seems like there's no loophole here, no safe haven from these taxes. We're just going to have to deal with it. And I feel like a month or two will go by where everyone's a little angry about the extra costs, and then everyone's just gonna have to get used to it and buckle up and just get ready for this vape ride that seems to be going downhill sometimes, and hopefully it just kind of levels out, and maybe Trump will help us.
Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully.
Yeah. So, all right, let's do something for us, Trump. Come on, bro.
Help us out a little bit.
Yeah, help us out. You're president now. You wanted to be president real bad. This is, I need you, bro.
Yeah.
I need you, bro. Bum, bum, ba-da, Mr. President, we need your help.
Maybe get off your phone a little bit more and maybe write a little bit more to save us from all these taxes.
Dude's on Twitter. Dude's on Twitter. All right, dudes. Dudes and dudettes, we'll see you in the next video. Sorry for the bad news.
All right, see you guys.
All right, so you stuck around for the whole video. Congratulations. Now it's commercial time. So I just want to remind everybody that at vapor93.com you can pick up some of the best liquid that the Sacramento area has to offer. A lot of these lines aren't in a lot of shops, but the shops that they are in, they're usually in the top 3 in selling. So they're really, really good liquids. So, of course, if you want any of the Lost Coast is available in Ice, Reserve, and the Original. And these are all variations on the strawberry watermelon hibiscus recipe. This has been my #1 seller for about 2 years now. And of course, we're not paid by them. We're not sponsored, but they are local guys that we really want to help out. They need to get into more shops because this juice is phenomenal.
Yes.
Then, of course, you can check out Cloud Batter by Cloud Vapory. Cloud Batter, still one of my top sellers. This is a vanilla cake batter. Then, another one by Cloud Vapory, Cloud Berry. Cloud Berry is a berry cake batter that is phenomenal and still selling like crazy. We also have Betty Blue by Cloud Patrol. Cloud Patrol is also under the Cloud Vapory label. Betty Blue is a blueberry cotton candy. And last but definitely not least, I'm going to hand this one to you.
Yeah, this is probably hands down one of my favorite. Carolina Cookie, again by the Cloud Vapory people. This is a great custard juice as well. On that sweeter side, it is a snickerdoodle cookie.
Yeah, it's so good.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
So that's it. Yeah, go check out vapor93.com if you want any of those flavors.